Good morning. I'm doing my next homework and next assignment on a topic which is very right now in the United States. It's a big topic. It's obesity among our children that parents don't realize why the children are obese, or most of them don't even think the children are obese. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, and this is very easy. It's about health. I like to talk about health because being in the army, we need to stay healthy. Always about health, 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 health. So I chose to talk about this topic for my next assignment. Um, you can Google all this information. You can just type Google midline plus MEDLINE plus, and all this, which is a trusted health information for you, and all this information will pop up. And this is information according to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, according to the National Institute of Health, and the Midline Plus, which is all in there. And this is the most recent, really, health topic that was really talked about last Thursday, this past Thursday, July 24th, on the Health Day News, in the Health Day News. So, like I said, you Google that, Midline Plus, and all the information will come up. Um, Parents of obese. What's the problem? Parents of obese children. I can read a couple paragraphs for you guys. Parents of obese children often don't view the kids as unhealthy or recognize the health consequences of excess weight or inactivity, according to a new study. That new study said is showing that parents don't see that the kids are healthy. And even though us, we somebody else can see they're obese, but a lot of parents don't see that like that way. A third, the Children of the Family Survey as a study, which is the Children Family Survey for the new research we're attending in obesity clinic at the Hospital Children Hospital in Providence. Um, who did the survey was a doctor, a lady called is a researcher. Let me call Dr. Kang Kian Ri, if I'm pronounced right. She's an assistant professor of pediatric at the University of California in San Diego. What we found out with the survey, more than 200 families in 2008 and 2009 to evaluate their readiness to help the children lose weight. She found out that 28% of the parents did not perceive their kids' weight as a health concern. 20% of them. But experts know that childhood obesity has both immediate and long-term ill effects on health, including risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Okay, 31% of the parents thought their child's health was excellent or very good. parents were more likely to Parents more likely to try to improve their children's eating habit than to increase exercise. We found while 61% say they were trying to improve eating habits, just 41% said they were increasing the child's activity level. So if parents were obese, they were less likely to be helping their children. Most of the children, 94%, were obese, and the pediatrician refer them to the clinic for help in slimming down. The other 6% were overweight. So here's the problem. The problem is, when your parents them went through that same thing, as growing up, they grow up obese, and they just usually think it's not a problem. For they got little Timmy here, pretty big, obese. They really not think about it. Sometimes they say, well, that's just trying to increase his activity. He's gonna, but you increase his activity, you make him run, but he's still eating all those, those fast food, all those crazy stuff. That there's no really any changes going on because it's just like the same thing, same repetition. So a lot of parents doesn't think that because themselves they're obese and they don't see anything wrong with it, so they automatically think the kids are healthy, which is just like the wrong perception, and the wrong belief. And which is, again, of course, we know diabetes will create a lot of health problem for the kids. So that was one of the big thing I see in that journal, in that article right here. With the parents were obese, like you said, they were likely less likely to be helping the children, their children change. So the study was published online recently in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition of Diabetics. Dr. Reed, the researcher, said the findings are similar to the study she did in 2005, asking about parents' readiness to change their child's behavior, okay, if the child needed to lose weight. The parents' own weight status, keep reading, the parents' own weight status if affected how willing they were to make changes in their children's eating habit. So again, when you have a parent that's healthy, the guys going to the gym, parents, the mom and the dad, they tend to make sure the kids eating healthy, and exercise at school. Make sure they're doing, put them in karate. Make sure they put in a lot of activities, physical activities, so they can, because they know how important it is to stay fit. So they have tendency, but if you got a parent that not into that, so of course, excuse me, they not encourage the child, to join, no nothing. They just think if you just go outside and play in the park and play, that's good enough. But no, nothing, no putting him in karate, putting him in anything to actually make him even lose a bit more weight. So that's the difference between a parent that's healthy and a parent that's not healthy. You see the two concept already. So the parents own weight, like the article says, status affecting how willing they're gonna be willing to make change for the children eating habit. So the parents who thought, okay, the parents who thought the own weight was a health problem were less likely to make change in their child's diet, Reed said. She can't say why this is because the survey did not ask this. She can't explain that because the survey did not ask that. But Reed suspects that the parents may have been discouraged by their own failed attempt at dieting. Example again, when as a parent, you fail so many times, so many diets you try. You're like, oh man, I'm just tired of all this diet, and you just want to eat what you want. But as soon as you fail all those diets you try and you don't see any change in your body, you really not gonna really encourage your child or your kids to do anything different, to encourage them to be better. Okay, so that's a big problem, I think. So in this study, the average age of the children and teen was about 14, but ranged from 5 to 20. So that's the study. While income rates of ethnicity didn't have a bearing on whether parents were trying to improve the child's diet, income did play a role in encouraging exercise. Those made let's go back here. Income did play a role in whether parents encourage exercise. Okay, so your income plays a role in that. Those who made less than 40,000 a year were less likely to encourage exercise. The survey didn't ask the reason again why. So Dr. William Munoz is the director of the weight management program in Miami Children's Hospital. Reviewed the finding of the study. There's a lot of fact to this study that I experience every day with parents. Dr. William Munoz said, parents often tell Munoz their children will grow out of the weight problem, and he tells them that is hazardous thinking. Research has found that children who are obese are likely to be obese as adults, according to the U.S. Center Disease of Control and Prevention. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. So Dr. Munoz, when the parents come to him, he's trying to explain to them, most likely that guy is gonna, as a child obese, is gonna be obese, if you guys don't do something about it right now. Because the parents got, like I said, they just don't think, most of them don't think anything wrong with it. Okay, again, it's because of their own failure. They would try back in, when you like them themselves as a youth, and which is they don't have any encouragement for the kids. So now Munoz tells parents of overweight children that starting here. Dr. Munoz again tells parents of overweight children that starting early with a good diet and a regular physical activity is crucial. Early intervention is the key both of establishing good eating habits and exercise, and that's the key right there. Early. You want to try to start doing this stuff early for your kids. Okay, so again, we got some sources. Kyun Ri is an MD, assistant professor of pediatrics, University of Carolina School of Medicine, Dr. Munoz is which is the director weight of management program and associate director of pediatric gastroenterology in Miami Children's Hospital. And of course, you got the journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Diet and I can't say that word, dietetics online. So that was my presentation on health today, and I urge you guys, if you got kids and if you see, please, early detection, get on them, exercise, put them in karate, make sure they eat healthy, good salad, and stop taking in McDonald's. I'm not saying don't eat McDonald's, but you gotta stay fit, because if the child stay like that, obese is just gonna grow up and just keep going. So just make sure you got a good dieting style at your house, and then to keep the kids fit, because we don't want them to get sick and obese. There's a lot of illness included that the parents not even paying attention to. So that was my presentation on health um, for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and not last but not least, stay fit. Stay fit and eat healthy, and enjoy yourself at the same time. A little pizza every now and then. What I'm saying. So, but stay fit, and then of course, like I said, once you type on your Google Midline Plus, Middle MEDLINE Plus, all this information will pop up, and you will see all your trusted information right there in there. So have a great day, and talk to you guys later. Ciao.